April Sawtelle and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be really easy and really quick. I'll be making a canvas drawstring bag. This is what it's going to look like when we're done. You'll be able to pull both sides and you'll have a cute little bag. You'll be able to follow the instructions that I show you to make this any size you want to. Here's what you're going to need for today's project. I've got a chopstick or something pointy to push through my seams when we're done. Scissors. I've got a marking tool here. Rotary cutter. I've got some little snips that I'll be using. I've got pins. I've got ribbon to use as my ties today. I'm going to be making this project super easy. You could make a tie out of fabric, but in today's video, I'll just be showing you how I'm going to be using ribbon. And I'm going to be using a safety pin to pull the casing through. I'll need a ruler. I've also got my canvas and my hot iron. Okay, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, just press my fabric so it's nice and flat. My fabric's going to measure about 13 inches by 10 inches. Now I'm using canvas. I just want to have a little bit of a finished edge. I could go around with like a zigzag stitch all the way around this, or I could put this on my serger. I'm going to take this over to my serger. I'm going to serge around the whole piece here. I've got my fabric all serged, as you can see, all the way around. So now the right side of the fabric is facing toward me, and I'm gonna lay this down, bringing the sides together, and just folding this in half. I'm gonna stick a couple of pins in, just to hold this into place, lining up these serged edges, or if yours could be zigzagged edges. Now we'll just hold that right into place. I'm gonna come down about 1 inch from the top, and I'm just gonna make a line. One line, and I only need to do it as a reference line. You can see there on both sides here. This is going to be where the casing is going to go. I want to make it wider than the drawstring that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to lay this right on top of where I've got my lines, and I'm just going to make a line. I just need to know that I can thread this through this opening. So you can just eye this if you want to, or you could actually measure. I'll just measure what the line was I just made, and I will put that just below on both sides. So now it's going to look like this with those lines. I'm just going to put a pin right here in the top just to hold this into place. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the sewing machine. I'm going to do a straight stitch from the top to the line. I'll start with a back stitch, and I'll back stitch here as well. Then I'm going to lift up my presser foot, and then I'm going to start from this line and go down, and I'll do the same thing. I'll start with a back stitch here and here. This is going to leave a little hole. I'm going to do this to both sides, and this is going to leave a little hole on each side. Let's go to the sewing machine. I'll use 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to just sew from here to here. Start with a back stitch. And I'll come down and I'll back stitch right there on that line. I'm going to slide right up to the second line now. So now I have this gap here. Come down to the second line, and I'm going to start with a back stitch, and I'm just going to sew all the way down. And just so we do know, I'm on the inside of my serged edge because I don't want that to show through on the other side. So I will be on the inside of my stitch. Whether you're a zigzag stitch or not, just stay on the inside of that stitch. And I'll back stitch at the end. Flip this around, and I'm going to start right here at the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'll be coming upward. I'll start with a back stitch, come up, take your pins out as you go. Okay, I'm coming to this line here, and I'm going to hit that line, and then I'll back stitch, break thread. I'm going to come up to the second line, and I'm just going to back stitch, and then I'll back stitch at the top. It's that simple. I'll trim off my serged edges here. So now you can see my little holes here. It's for my drawstring. I've got holes on each side. So on both sides now, we're gonna open this up. We're gonna fold this over about 3/4 of an inch. You can measure this or you can just eye this. Just make sure that your drawstrings are on the inside here, okay? So you can see that there. You don't want to have these coming out over here. You want to keep them on the inside. So that's just about 3/4 of an inch. Just match up your seams. You can hold that right in place with a pin. I'll match both seams, and then I'm just going to maneuver this underneath my sewing machine. I'm just going to put the toe of my sewing machine right here on the outside, and I'm just going to make a real small stitch around, just catching it. And I'll back stitch at the beginning and at the end, and making sure there's nothing underneath as I'm sewing. And I'll take my pin out as I get to it. Again, make sure there's nothing tucked underneath. And just keep straightening yourself up. And it's a lot easier if your seam is opened on the inside, if you can just take your finger and press that little piece open right there. Just makes it a little easier. Makes it lay a little bit flatter. You just do that all the way around. And when you come to the point of beginning, just go ahead and give that a back stitch. All right, now what we're going to do, just flip this right side out. And then just push your corners out. And you can use a chopstick or something a little bit pointy. Just push all your seams out. And then just follow your seams all the way up with whatever you're using in there for a pointer. I'm just using a chopstick. We'll do it to both sides. All right. And there's my little hole for my casing, and there's my other hole for my casing. To figure out how big I want the tie to be, I'm just going to lay this on top, fold it in half, and I'll add about 4 inches extra. And then I'll just cut that. So that's going to give me how big I want that. Now I need 2 of those, so I'm just going to line these together. Then I'll cut that piece right off. So now I have 2 pieces the same size. Take your ribbon or your tie, put your pin through, and you're just going to lock that into place right there, and we're going to feed that through the casing. And we're going to come in from the right. Now you're just going to feed that all through your casing here, and you're just going to keep pushing. And you're going to go right past this. Don't come out that first hole there. You're just going to keep going right straight through to the point of beginning. Just feed that through. And there's the point where you came in. You're just going to come in there. Don't lose this piece though. Make sure you're holding on. Whoop, and don't lose that piece. Bring those 2 pieces together. I'm just going to put a pin in there to hold that into place while I go to the other side. Take my other piece of my ribbon, do the same thing. Put my pin through. So I started over here and I came out here. So now I'm going to feed this one through this side. And I'm going to go all the way around to the point of beginning. Doing the same thing, feeding that through. Just threading it, pull it, push, and pull. Till I get back to the point of beginning that I started on this side. to get this piece out of the way, and I'm just going to continue on because I don't want to come out that hole. I want to come out the other hole. Okay, and this is the hole that I came through. I'm going to come back out there. Pull. And then I can take my pin off. Match these two pieces together. And what I can do now, and I could have did this at the on this side too. I could just take my fingers, wrap this around, and make a regular little knot. Pull that tight. I could have done this with this where I didn't really need to put a pin in this. I could have just tied a little knot there at the beginning too. So take them, match them up the same size, and make a little knot. And pull the knot. I'm bringing the knot to the end. And pull. And then pull on the knot. And just like that, you have a cute little sack, and you can pull both sides, tighten that right up. They are so adorable. These little drawstring bags are so easy to make. You'll be able to whip them up in no time. Again, you can make these in any size you want. You can have them for all sorts of different things. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll show you how we're gonna write right on top of these. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Bye. Please like and subscribe. Say bye, little Miss Ready Thready.